was going on with the Call Your Daddy people? Can we talk about that?
Oh yeah,
I saw them on the screen. I saw when I walked in.
Yeah, we were talking about because
dude, that's like a show that's as big as Rogan. It's so funny, like that's just America.
It's not as big
Rogan's
as
got has
not,
like
though.
I know it's not as big as Rogan, but it's like mentioned in the same sentence. It's
Which
just
it
hilarious.
shouldn't though.
No, but it's just hilarious. And it's like Rogan has like brilliant scientists and everyone else, and then it's like, and what's number? Yeah, it's like that's true, but he's got a lot of smart shit. But it's like, what's number 2? It's like, call your daddy. It's like, whoa, we're in trouble.
They're also in the algorithm of iTunes, which is such a complete shit show, but nowhere near. But
it's probably more popular than it should be. I haven't listened.
We've had them on here.
Yeah,
we've had them on here.
What do they talk about?
The blonde girl is wicked smart.
Is it about calling their actual fathers?
No, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
they should definitely do that. It's basically like the relationship with like dudes and stuff, right? I think it's like them and like girls and like, fucking dudes and like sucking dick.
Sometimes you got to suck a dick. Yeah.
But
it's like Mansers for women.
Ah.
Yes. 2 attractive girls. That blonde is a legit smart.
But they were getting squeezed.
They weren't getting squeezed, man. This, from my understanding, you guys feel me? I don't know the details of the story. I know from what I know. I know that they kind of weren't anything. And then and Barstool was like, hey, come on our platform. We'll send all the bros your way. We're going to give you an audience. And this is the deal. And I know a lot of people. My boys Busting with the Boys is over there. I know how their contracts work. I've seen them. KFC's there.
I like those guys.
I'm real
I
friendly.
did them the other
I'm real
night.
friendly with Barstool.
Guys.
So I fucked with Barstool. So they go, we have this huge platform. Here's the contract. It's like a multi-year, 3 or 4 year contract.
So the actual contract was 1 year, $75,000 each. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the year, they could renegotiate. And there's bonuses
nobody knew how big it was going to be.
No. Barstool took a chance on them, gave them a platform. After a year, they signed a multi-year deal, right? And then I think it's the Burnett starts dating this like HBO...
Head of HBO
support, whatever. And that guy goes, how much are you making? Your show's as big as Rogan. You should be making this and this.
Right.
Let's get you out of the deal.
Right.
So then they call the guy who put the deal together, who I'm friends with and represents me, who's their agent. And he goes, let's get him out of the deal. And he's like, well, we just signed it's 3-year deal, so they have to. Once the 3 years is over, we have so much leverage.
Was it 3 years at 75 each or no?
No, it was more than that.
It was starting at 75 with bonuses every single year, and then the second year is I think 85. Third year should have been $100,000, but you can negotiate at the end.
I heard they were both making between like $250,000 to $300,000 a year.
I mean, the reality is, after a year, they probably should have not signed that deal, right?
But they did, and that's on them. And then Barstool.
It is what it is. Yeah.
My thing, like, where were you before Barstool came about? Where was your platform?
No, 100%.
Could you have gotten to where you're at without the push of Barstool?
No, it was a big push.
Probably not, because they have such a loyal, big following, right, of bros who are into this stuff. So they do that contract, and then she starts dating Homeboy, who doesn't know how the podcast space works. He's like, you should be making more. Let's get you out of the contract. Even though you guys committed this multi-year deal, they go to the agent and put it together. He's like, no, you can't. You'd violate the contract that we signed. It's not smart to do this. Then he goes, we'll figure out, hangs up on my guy. They fire my guy. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Fire him. Knows what he's doing. And then they're in trouble now. Then word gets out. They're talking WME and these other agencies to get out of the contract. So that's where.
Now, did they split up? I heard they also broke up.
And then then her with Homeboy. And then the smart girl, the blonde, who's, I hate to be shitty about it, she's the brains of the operation. If the blonde leaves, that show doesn't exist.
Well, now
the brunette lives, they'll be all right.
The show's done.
Nope. Now the blonde's doing it. I think, are they doing auditions or something to replace it?
They had, the president of Barstool went on to the Call Her Daddy Instagram account and said that send your audition tapes to Barstool.
It's not how podcasting works.
I will be sending a tape.
You should.
You should do it,
I
dude.
would absolutely.
You and her would
send
be great
a tape.
together.
I will send a tape.
But this is no different than like when a quarterback in the NFL signs a big deal, or no, you know what it is? It's like those kids on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
we knew it was gonna be pretty big. You signed it's Lord of the Rings. The books were huge, and then the first one comes out in success, and I'm going, all right, we want to restructure Lord of the Rings, and the whoever put together is like, no, dude, we knew this was going to be big. That's why we signed you a multi-year deal.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, but we're worth more.
You got to be careful what you sign. And listen, I mean, they probably could have made a lot more money if they didn't sign the second. Like, I understand taking the. If you're really huge after a year, you got to look at what you're signing.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is.
Contracts exist for a reason.
Yeah, I agree.
Barstool didn't get where they're at off.
There's
I know those guys.
Hate to them. They did what they should do as a business. They got to be
huge
smarter.
loyal following that also catapulted these girls to where they're at, and those girls go, "We're huge now. We can do it without you." And Barstool's like, "Yeah, we don't know. We have a contract." Like, "Yeah, but we're gonna go over here." Well, no, you have a contract.
Right? No.
And HBO fuck us. Yeah, but
100%. 100%. I say sue him. Kill him. Really.
The president of Barstool actually renegotiated their deal as well, and he agreed to do, I believe it was $500,000 after each year.
There you go.
After the 3-year contract is over, they would then receive their IP back, and then they would get a higher percentage in merch too. So he was really trying to make it work.
But yeah, that's again my boy Will Compton, who busted with the boys, who I'm close friends with. He signed with him. I reviewed the contract. It's not a bad deal. Like they signed a 3-year deal. You keep everything after it's done. You own the show. You own the IP. You're leasing their rights. You're basically leasing your rights to Barstool and their platform to build you up. And after 3 years, if you don't like the deal, you can go on. You own it all.
Sure.
They're not saying we own Call Her Daddy. We own Bustin' with the Boys. No. We're using our platform. We like what you do. We want to add you to our network. After the 3 years, if you don't like what we do, you're free to leave. These hoes just wanted to leave early.
Yeah, no, they should not.
You can't go play for another team when you signed a fucking 3-year deal.
You don't sign a 3-year deal if you're. This is the problem. You don't sign a 3-year deal if you are, if you want to be independent. I love independence, right? So my whole thing is like, I would stay independent unless somebody gave me a lot of money. That's reality. Somebody's got to give you a lot of money for you to not be independent. Now, the difference is Barstool built them up.
Correct.
It's a whole thing.
Have you heard of them before Barstool? Were they even?
I don't know of them now.
I think they only did 4 episodes prior to Barstool picking.
And Barstool saw potential, put money and their resources into them. They got to high level, which I'm proud of. And again, that blonde's so smart, man. And
there's a time.
They saw something.
There is a time to leave. I mean, I was with Gas Digital. I like Gas Digital, but there's also a time to just be independent. I was with Gas Digital when I started Legion of Skanks. All those guys, I'm still friends with them. But like, there's a time when you want to be independent. You go, I don't want to have a boss anymore. I want to, they're not on this coast at all, Gas Digital, but it's like, I get what they're saying too. I don't get signing the contract, but I get the frustration of like, they shouldn't have signed the contract. You think they should have signed the contract? The 3-year contract?
Yes.
Really?
I don't think they're shit without Barstool and Barstool's vision.
The only way for them to know is...
There's only one way to know.
There's only one way to know.
And then don't sign the contract and find out.
Correct.
And then you come back to Barstool with your leg.
You don't think they would have fans without... Maybe not in the beginning, but now?
Not to the level, not without the marketing and the vision of the pres at Barstool.
Okay, yeah, but then you're right. But then it's also like, how much do you owe that person...
They were going to play $500,000 each, so so 7-figure contract each plus merch. Barstool sells a shitload of merch. I don't know what the merch deal is.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe the merch deal is good. Hey, who knows?
There's a lot of money in merch. What you can't do is go, all right, we signed the deal, and then renege on that deal and think you're bigger than the brand.
You can't do that. I agree with you there.
That's just bad business.
To pay attention.
Your best thing is because now they both hate each other, so the show's going.
Why do they hate each other?
Cunts. I don't know.
The blonde girl went and she renegotiated her deal because they have separate contracts technically. They kind of made an agreement that they would only renegotiate together as a pair. But when the brunette girl, Sophia, didn't want to take the deal and wanted to stick by her boyfriend, the blonde one was like, I need to save myself. Went and talked to the president of Barstool and worked out her own contract.
But correct me tell me if I'm wrong. The blonde one also edits the show,
yes.
right?
So that was part of the contract
she edited the show. She did a lot of the marketing for it.
I love how the news is like 30 million unemployed. Also, Call Her Daddy drama. You know what I mean? It's a very interesting time. On edge of Great Depression. Also, Call Her Daddy.
But this how it is with anything. It's like.
But also, real quick, the blonde girl, she was actually getting paid a little bit more, maybe quite a bit more, because she was also doing the editing, but she didn't reveal that to the
they didn't
brunette chick, yeah. So she didn't want that drama, but she was doing
the brunette chick didn't realize that
she's doing the majority of the work. Was
staying 3 hours after to edit this fucking thing.
The brunette chick was taking a ride.
Brian came to me and was like, "Dude, why are you getting paid more?"
The brunette chick got lucky.
Yeah, she fell into this.
The brunette chick got lucky, and she just tried her luck, and she lost.
I like both of them. The brunette chick got with an HBO guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
Now he's called this Turmoil, and this brunette chick, I'd be willing to bet in 6 months, we don't know her. I don't know her name now.
No, I don't know her name now.
He fucked her, dude.
Yeah.
He fucked this girl.
Yeah.
She had a great thing here. This could turn into a TV show. HBO, Showtime giving out shows left and right. Who knows? HBO Max
could have been big.
Could have been big. There's no girls out here like this. You
what? Like what? What do they do? I'm confused.
I don't know, dude.
They're the one and only. What do they do? We don't know. I love it. He's like, there's no one like this. What do they do again? We don't know.
Well, what was the two black girls on HBO had their own show and they started from a podcast?
Two Dope Queens.
Yeah. Great name, Dope Queens.
Dope Queens. Two Dope Queens, and these are...
I don't know what they do, but I feel like they're like the Dope Queens, but they're two white girls.
They're queens and they're dope. What?
Give them a show.
That's all you need now.
So I don't know how that ends.
Hopefully
that blonde girl's gonna be fine. That blonde girl's gonna be fine.
She looks...
The brunette, fuck.
Yeah,
I hope you get pregnant with that HBO dude.
Yeah, poke holes in those condoms.
Yeah, girl.
As a reward for losing your career.
I know, man.
Wild.
If that guy breaks up with her, then she's completely
They should get back together. The two girls should get back together and talk about it. And because now they're probably gonna have the biggest audience they've ever had.
That's a smart move. I think the brunette should go.
Move.
I fucked up. She talked to the boyfriend, be like, dude, you kind of fucked me. This didn't work out. Go to the brunette, be like, hey, let's honor our contract with Barstool. Let's ride out the 3 years. Take it from there. Let's do this.
And they should let
openly how we fucked up.
They should let a lot of the Barstool guys do like a bukkake on them. as just
a way,
as just a way to like show that they were wrong. Like to just let all the people in Barstool just kind of jerk off on them it's about female empowerment, really, because they're choosing it, right? It's not
if it's your choice.
They're choosing it. They're saying, "Hey, we were a little wacky. Let's lay on the floor and let everybody jizz on us, and then we'll go back to podcasting." It's just my thoughts. These are my thoughts, and if anybody wants to hire me as a consultant, that's cool too.
Dave Portnoy hypes Barstool Sports auditions amid Call Her Daddy drama.
Oh, I'm doing an audition, man. I'm going to do an audition. I'm going to put a wig on. I'm going to do an audition. I'm going to be like, I'm the bitch. Call her daddy. Stop it. Yes. How big was that cock? Yes. Come. I imagine that's the show. I don't know. I imagine that's a good portion of it.
So it says Cooper made $506,000. Franklin received $461,000. We can't air this video or no?
In a 30-minute video,
It's
Cooper
30-minute
said
one.
the infighting started as they began renegotiating the second year of their 3-year contract. During the first year,
to be
Cooper
fair,
made
$506,000. $506,000 in New York's like making $30,000 in LA.
It's not a lot of money. It ain't a lot of money.
It's
LA money goes further than New York.
Not much further.
Not much further.
Not much further.
But in LA, you can. Well, yeah,
in Texas, you're Bill Gates.
But in New York, it's like bananas how much money you have to have any space.
I mean, but
you know.
But that's what you sign up for.
That's what you sign up for. So I love the city. I mean, it's
I don't want to live there, but yeah.
I'm done with it too. I mean, I lived there for years and loved it, but now I'm like, I could never live there again.
Never.
And the reason is because of the Call Her Daddy drama. I would have lived there if the Call Her Daddy girls were treated better. Knowing that they're not together makes me want to kill myself. Like, I don't. This is 9/12. We had 9/11. Now we have 9/12.
9/12. You got current events, Jen? Let me pee before we get current events.
I can tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.